That was very moving.
Welcome to Miss Mojo. And today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 most emotional Shark Tank pitches.
I thank God that I got to work with that man. He's an innovator. He taught me everything I know.
For this list, we'll be looking at the most tear-jerking pitches in the history of the business reality television series, including international versions. Which shark do you think will cry the most during these emotional moments? Let us know in the comments below. And trust us, the answer will surprise you. Number 10. Benjilock. Benjilock founder Robbie Cabral impresses the sharks right away with his innovative padlock.
Benjilock is the world's first traditional padlock with fingerprint technology, which means that not only you can open it with the ease of your fingertips, but also with a set of traditional keys.
However, his journey to the tank wasn't quite so easy as winning the sharks' attention. Cabral begins sobbing as he recounts his difficult story of immigration and failure that ultimately left him disenchanted with the American dream.
6 months into it, I got laid off. And the day that laid me off, my daughter was born.
Cabral's emotional outburst is a little awkward, since the sharks don't seem all that moved by his story. Things get deliciously sharky when Alex A-Rod Rodriguez and Lori Grenier try to capitalize on Cabral's emotional nature by speaking to him in Spanish, his first language, for parts of the negotiation.
Y lo que tú necesitas es un poco de ayuda alrededor tuyo y mucho eyeballs, y nosotros te vamos a ayudar con eso.
In the end, though, Cabral surprises everyone and no one by listening to his gut rather than the business talk and teaming up with Mr. Wonderful. Number 9. Hummingbirds. Rebecca Glover and Leah James are the founders of Hummingbirds, a business dedicated to supporting children with special needs.
We believe that children, no matter their abilities, should be entitled and have the opportunity to play with other children. The Hummingbirds' vision is to love, appreciate, and savor.
Glover and James are good-hearted and sincere, and they quickly win the affection of the sharks on the Australian iteration of the series. The mood is somber as the women share stories of struggling to find suitable care for their children, and Shark John McGrath is almost moved to tears in an undeniably touching scene for all viewers.
I do have one of my closest friends runs a number of Sydney's best childcare facilities.
McGrath and Steve Baxter both offer deals, but soon agree that Hummingbirds isn't a business that deserves to be ripped apart in the tank. They decide to team up and offer a great joint deal, which the Hummingbirds founders happily accept, making this one of the most feel-good deals in Shark Tank Australia history.
Deal. Absolutely. What a statement.
Number 8. Drainwig. The founders of Drainwig are Jennifer and Gifford Briggs, who, along with their 5 daughters, pitched their solution for clogged shower drains.
Simply guide your drain wig down the drain. It prevents the clogs that would normally get stuck in the pipe. After 2 to 4 months, it removes right through the drain cover without you ever having to touch the nasty hair.
As the sharks probe into the history of the company, Jennifer gets emotional and begins to cry with passion. She recounts the woes of a bad business deal that nearly crippled their company.
You're in a bad deal. That's really what this comes down to.
Thank you. Do you know what it feels like to walk into Walmart? I walk into Walmart and I see my product and I haven't seen a dime.
It's impossible not to feel sympathetic for the Briggs, whose relatable business naivety led to their profits being stolen by a greedy infomercial business. In the end, it's Kevin O'Leary who swoops in to help the couple heal their company and finally see the fruits of their labor.
That is a
great
great concept.
Yes, I'll do it.
Do it?
You have a deal.
You got a deal.
I'm sorry, I didn't even ask you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'm really intrigued. I gotta tell you something.
Thank you. You're the most.
Thank you.
Number 7. Swipensnap. Alina Kravchenko makes a delightful entrance into the Shark Tank with fairy wings to make her pitch, with her mother in tow.
Next into the tank is a tool that solves a messy problem when caring for babies.
While the tank is all smiles at first, things take a sentimental turn when Kravchenko and her mother tell the story of her mother's courage and persistence to secure her children a shot at the American dream.
I know about America. I was thinking about this dream for my kids opportunity. It's a road, very long road to come this country. No family, no friends, no speak English.
Viewers then see a rare peek into the sharks' personal lives as Robert Herjavec, arguably the most lovable shark in the tank, gets choked up and shares his father's similar tale of immigration.
My dad was the youngest of 15. And people used to spit on him because he wouldn't join the Communist Party.
In a classic Shark Tank moment, tears glisten in Robert's eyes as he declares America one of the greatest countries in the world. Number 6. Mee-Ma's Louisiana Gumbo Brick. Carol Foster is a quintessential and lovable Louisiana native who created a frozen gumbo base the sharks go crazy for.
Oh, it's got some jalapeno kick in there. Taste that.
However, the sharks smell trouble in the structure of the business and quickly begin dropping out like flies. Viewers can't help but feel awful for Foster as she explains that she's homeless and supporting 6 of her family members with the income from the business.
We're living off of it. That's all we have. We don't have anything else. I have 6 brothers and sisters. We're all doing this business together. We're crowded up in one house trying to make it happen.
I got that.
Kevin O'Leary, notorious for detesting kumbaya sentimentality in business, is shockingly moved by his sympathy for Foster. He comes back in and makes a joint deal with Lori Grenier, even sharing a sentimental moment with Foster after she accepts.
I take your offer. You got it.
Get ready to work your ass off.
And make a lot of gumbo. Yes, yes.
It looks like even Mr. Wonderful himself can be swayed into making a business deal for the greater good. Number 5. Creole Essence. The founders of Creole Essence, couple Stephen Jean-Baptiste and Yves Carr Montperouse, are Haitian immigrants whose business capitalizes on a Haitian beauty secret.
Creole Essence has the liquid gold of the Caribbean, the most nourishing oil you'll ever want to use for your hair, skin, and body.
We're talking about a rare beauty secret called...
Tears begin to fall as Jean-Baptiste tells of their business's difficult past and its effects on their romantic relationship. Then he full-on sobs as he shares that his business failures have disappointed and failed the Haitian community.
That time period was really tough for us in 2016. I mean, even to the point where we almost just closed the business down. It challenged our relationship, you know, feeling as if we sort of failed our community, failed ourselves.
It's both heartwarming to see the entrepreneurs care so much about their roots and heartbreaking to see how deeply the business struggles have impacted Jean-Baptiste. After the bout of crying, Kevin O'Leary lightens the mood by joking that a royalty deal would bring a tear to his eye.
Would you be interested in thinking through this, doing a royalty deal?
Royalty?
Yes.
That brings a tear to my eye.
Before you know it, the couple accepts a deal from Mr. Wonderful. Number 4. Circadian Optics. Amberly Young's bright and happy pitch for her light therapy lamps quickly grabs the shark's attention.
It's a mini sun on your desk. Sharks, help us bring more light into people's lives.
But it's her difficult backstory that makes infamously cold-hearted Kevin O'Leary shed a tear. Lee Young shares the details of her poor upbringing in Malaysia and her parents' struggle to save money for her to pursue the American dream. However, that dream became a nightmare when Lee Young was left stranded in America with health complications that gave her a 50% chance of survival.
But my parents couldn't come because they didn't have an American visa. But I survived. And that was a gift. It gave me a new perspective in life.
Lee Young's determination, optimism, and lack of self-pity is truly inspiring. It's nerve-wracking watching the Sharks negotiate the future of her business, but in the end, she gets a generous joint deal with Mark Cuban and Lori Grenier, which includes an extra $50,000 donation to Lee Young's parents in Malaysia.
Both of you have a deal!
Yeah!
Oh my God!
That's awesome.
Lori, thank you. Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Number 3. Cupboard Pro. Right away, it's obvious that Cupboard Pro isn't like most business in the tank.
I'm gonna cut an onion. I'm gonna core it. I'm gonna take all these scraps. They're gonna go right into the cup. I didn't have to put a bowl under my board. I didn't have to stop. Really? Could it be any simpler? It is so easy.
Siblings Christian, Kira, and Kaylee Young are not really entrepreneurs, but are instead carrying on their father's business after his tragic death from cancer, a result of dangerous search and rescue missions after 9/11. After a sentimental demo video in which Father Keith himself displays the product, the siblings reveal that they also lost their mother to cancer.
On August 22nd, 2012, God called my mom home, and my dad just showed us what strength was in every moment that he continued to show up for us.
It's impossible not to feel for the Young family, whose strength and persistence moved the Sharks beyond their usual business tactics. Rather than fighting it out in the tank, all 5 Sharks decide to go in together and deliver a great deal, which includes donating profits to 9/11 charities.
What do you think? Sell as many units as possible.
It's a deal.
It's a deal.
Thank you so much.
Give me a hug.
Thank you so much, David.
Number 2. Kronos Golf. The founders of Kronos Golf will be remembered as having one of the most dramatic backstories ever to be shared in the tank.
Tell me a little bit about you guys. What motivates you guys to want to start your own business?
Co-founder Philip Lapuz is reduced to tears as he reveals the driving force behind his company. His fiancée can't come to America unless Kronos Golf takes off, because her traditional Japanese parents don't approve of the risk of the business.
She's sitting there waiting. It's been 2 years since I proposed to her. And at that time I was working in consulting, and her parents approved, and now they don't approve. They think I'm crazy.
Viewers are on the edges of their seats waiting to see whether he will secure a deal. But even Kevin O'Leary, who wipes tears throughout the story of the star-crossed lovers, declares that he cannot make business deals based on emotion and goes out, along with most of the other Sharks. Luckily, Robert Herjavec swoops in at the buzzer to give Lapuz the deal he desperately needs.
We just have one last question for you. Do you want your putter now or later with your name engraved on it? Because we'd love to do a deal with you.
All right. I'll take all of that.
Thank you.
It's beautiful.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Under the Weather. Under the Weather is a fitting name for this business, since its pitch will go down as one of the most heartbreaking moments in Shark Tank history. Founder Rick Peskovitz struggles to choke back tears as he shares the tragedy that fuels his passion for his company.
My brother was a partner, and
just after sending an email encouraging Peskovitz to pursue Under the Weather, Peskovitz's brother Mark got into a terrible car accident and tragically passed away, leaving behind a grieving family.
he said, this time you're onto something. Oh, wow. He was gone, but
I believe he knows what you've done.
That's a tough story, Rick.
Once again, it's Kevin O'Leary who is moved to tears, though the other Sharks and everyone watching at home are deeply upset by the story. In a sweet and fateful moment, Peskovitz ends up accepting a deal from Mark Cuban, who shares a name with his late brother.
Deal.
Done. Thanks, Rick. We're gonna make a lot of money. Thank you.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from Ms. Mojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.